This video is played best in HD quality. Now let's move on to the question. You can now pause and try to answer this question on your own. Now let's tackle it together, using process of elimination. Let's start with answer choice, A. This answer choice is the necessary assumption. Remember that an assumption is a statement that is 100% necessary for an argument to work. If you negate the assumption, then the argument falls apart. So, if we negate this answer choice, the demand for sturgeon will decrease significantly after the new fishing regulations are passed. The negation of this answer choice destroys the conclusion, which states, given the law of supply and demand, these new fishing regulations are likely to result in an increase in the price of the sturgeon. If the demand will decrease substantially, then an increase in the price of sturgeon is not likely. Mark this choice as correct and review the remaining options to validate that this answer choice is the assumption on which the argument depends. Let's review answer choice, B. This answer choice cannot be an assumption on which the argument depends. Let's test it using assumption negation technique. Negated answer choice, the demand for sturgeon will not increase after the new fishing regulations are passed. The negation of this answer choice has no effect on the conclusion. The argument doesn't need to assume that the demand will increase. Even if the demand stayed the same, the argument is still sound, because a decrease in supply can still drive the prices up. Strike this choice out, and review answer choice, C. This answer choice cannot be an assumption on which the argument depends. Let's also test it using assumption negation technique. Negated answer choice, the government is not more concerned about well-being of sturgeon than it is concerned about well-being of people. The negation of this answer choice has no effect on the argument, the conclusion is still sound. Eliminate this answer choice, and move on to the next answer choice, D. This answer choice cannot be an assumption on which the argument depends, because it is a restatement of the information from the argument. Remember that on GMAT an assumption is an additional premise, something unstated in the passage and something that supports the argument. Strike this choice out, and review answer choice, E. This answer choice is irrelevant. The supply of other fish is outside of the scope of the argument. On critical reasoning questions, be wary of the answer choices that bring in comparisons, examples, or extrapolations to other population groups that are outside of the scope of the argument. Let's test this assumption using assumption negation technique. Negated answer choice, the supply of other fish will not be affected by the new fishing regulations. The negation of this answer choice has no effect on the conclusion is still sound. So, by process of elimination, we have confirmed that answer choice A is the assumption on which the argument depends.